Welcome to another week of makeup sneak peeks, of releases, of upcoming releases, basically of makeup news. And you know, I'm not talking about everything. I just talk about the things that either you tag me in or about the things that just spark my interest or are good to talk about. Before we head into that, I know very obvious, I'm wearing two different eyeshadow looks. Both looks are featured in a small get ready with me, but not this week. I think it will be next week. I do not have my upload schedule in my mind. I have a calendar, like a paper calendar for that. And on the lips, I'm wearing MAC Whirl lip liner, topped off with a Girl Code matte liquid lipstick in the shade M58. And to hype you even more about this look, these beautiful eye looks are done with the Too Faced Aptly in Love eyeshadow palette. Spoiler alert, I love it very, very much. Also, to prepare you for the rest of the week, you know, Monday is always the you don't need that shits, but for the rest of the week, you get only reviews. I don't know how this happened, but this is basically the review themed week because I have the Glaminatrix Belly Basic. I am finally giving you the full tea on what happened between me and Titanium Foxes, including review of the Poppy palettes. We have Natasha Denona Warm palette review. We have so much going on. So I hope you like review videos because this is going to be what you get this week aside from this you don't need that shit. So let's head now over to the new makeup to talk about. Starting off with the new Armani Luminous Silk products. This is the Aqua highlight, and so far this is only available in Europe when you order on Sephora France. Of course I did. There are 5 different shades available and I bought the lightest one that looks like white here in this picture. I think it's called Halo. Very, very curious how this is going to be. I like the Luminous Silk blushes, the cheek tints, they are beautiful, and I was a big fan of the A1 highlighters, or Neo highlight, what they were called. I used up 2 full bottles of this, which is a big thing for someone with a makeup collection like mine. So I'm curious how they are. I don't know when they will launch in the rest of the world. As said, so far you can only buy them when you are in Europe and Sephora France ships to your country. I think they ship to most European countries. We talked about this Gucci Glow Powder Gel Highlighter already, but only 2 shades I think were visible, the brown and the purple one. And now we have the full lineup. As far as I see, we have 4 shades. But I see 5 in the picture. What's going on here? So here on the Trend Mood post, only 4 shade names are listed, but I see 5 of them. So we have Sunrise Gold, Frosted Lilac, Warm Gold, and Opal Pink. I myself, as soon as they are available, and it says here that they launch on September 2nd, I will get Frosted Lilac, maybe. I'm still unsure because they are $59, so I assume that here in Germany they will either be 60 euro, maybe even 65 euro. And that for a highlighter, I don't know if I can do this. Unsure. The swatches look nice here on the face, and I saw on the post when I swiped through, the 5th shade, that super dark one, is called Warm Bronze. I have never tried Gucci makeup, so this is going to be a first one if I do this. The opinions on Gucci makeup are very polarizing, so either people love it a lot or they hate it. On September 5th, Anastasia Beverly Hills is bringing out the new Volumizing Tinted Brow Gel, and it says a lightweight buildable gel that tints and adds volume to your brows for a natural long-wearing finish. Soft, mousse-like texture and precision brush easily cover each hair, giving brows natural fullness and definition in 9 shades. I'm interested. I'm very interested. If there is one thing that Anastasia Beverly Hills is nailing, then it's brow products. The new Brow Freeze Gel, not the Brow Freeze, the gel, the brow gel one. Wow, I love this so much that I want to have the full size. I bought a mini of this to test it, and I will definitely pick up a full size. And maybe this one too. The only thing that I have, it's tinted. I don't like tinted brow gels. I don't like to apply them on my brows because I do have invisible brow hairs and main color comes actually from my skin. So tinted brow gels usually look a bit weird on me. It is that time of the year. Hourglass has revealed their upcoming holiday palettes, and I have not tracked the releases in the past years, but did they always release so early? Because these are available September 3rd. If you're on the mailing VIP list. I entered my name there and I already got the email that said that in each palette this year are going to be 5 new shades. I don't know how I feel about these because the outside packaging is really, really ugly. The Lotus one looks super cheap. The eye one looks nice. A lot of people commented that the eye one is scary. I asked you in the Instagram stories, so I will read your answers in a second. And the dragon one also looks cheap. I'm pretty sure that they will retail again for around 90 bucks. And honestly, I don't think it's worth this year. Even though there are 5 new shades, these shades will be recycled in upcoming palettes too. And you actually have very, very similar thoughts. So let me read that to you, what you said. No buy, clown emoji. I like the one with the dragon packaging, but I have 2 older ones, so probably no this year. I like the dragon, but I like the animals from last year better. Yes, they look better. I have powder and blushes, etc. coming out of my proverbial, I do not need more. Same old, snooze. The eye is scary. The dragon is pretty, but the sets don't have much variation. I do think they do have variation because in that 3rd palette, it's not bronzers, it's darker finishing powders. So it looks a bit weird, but honestly, at the end, I do agree with that comment because it's the same type of blush, the same type of finishing powder. And honestly, Hourglass at this point has so many colors of their finishing powders. They do look applied very similar. No need to buy if you have any others. They do not impress me inside and outside. At this point, they all look the same. Same old, but I still kind of like them. I do wish they mix up the shades and provide deeper options though. Same old. I was definitely skipping this year until I saw the dragon packaging. Why do you love that packaging? I think this looks super cheap, not gonna lie. Same shit, different packaging, same thoughts as every other palette they launch. I feel like I'm in that there's the same picture meme when comparing these with previous ones. Then we have one definitely purchasing. Okay, boring. This time even the packaging does not impress me. It will be an easy skip. I like the eye packaging a lot. But I agree with you, the inside is just, is not doing it for me. I hope that the full shades and swatches will be revealed at least today. As said, it is going to be launched September 3rd, so tomorrow in this timeline when you see the video. This is the Jellyfish palette from last year in the owl packaging, and look at how new this looks. I have barely touched it in a year. And my favorite one, and even my favorite packaging, is this one. I think this is from 2021. This is the Ambient Lighting Edit in Universe. And this is so pretty. Although that finishing powder does not really match me since it is a tad bit too dark. But I love this. This is my favorite one, but I haven't touched this a lot either. My most touched one is actually from that elephant packaging, but it was the prior year before the owl and jellyfish, and you were already able to switch out the outsides, and I don't know what insert I have. I think I have the insert of the butterfly from that year in the elephant packaging. And when I open this now for you, you will probably be like, what the fuck, Ella? I even have pans in the 2 finishing powders because I used them together, but I have not used the rest of the palette for whatever reason. Honestly, as of today, August 31st, I cannot tell you if I will skip them or not. Also, in the holiday releases, and here I had to Google because I would have bet, I don't know, €100 that the Nessa Myricks released the Lightwork 5 this year. No, 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 no. It was October. I think it was October last year. It was 2023. And here we are with a Lightwork 6. I was 100% sure that Lightwork 5 came out in winter this year, somewhat January, February, but no. And still to this day, the Lightwork 5 swatch short video on YouTube that I did is my most watched video on my channel with nearly 10,000 views, and I uploaded that video October 10th, 2023. Every Lightwork palette of the Nessa Myricks has a different concept, and this is called the Freedom palette, and that name is because you can rearrange the palette. So you can not only rearrange the pans, if I understood that correctly, you can take out this group of 6 in an extra palette and you get an extra case for this. Please correct me if I misunderstood that, but it says with a special packaging, it's magnetic, stackable palette that can be unpacked and stacked and taken on the go in its leather palette to go bag. I never before was so indecisive if I want to have this or not. The longer I look at this, the more I think I need this. But I'm also looking at this and I'm like, maybe not. You get 18 shades in 9 finishes and 3 curated color stories that can be used all over the eyes, face, and lips. It will be available September 7th on their website and Sephora. And I saw that I think Sephora has an exclusive launch, maybe one day earlier or something like that. So that is also going to be released this week. It's going to be a very, very expensive week. But I also ask you on Instagram, what do you feel about this Lightwork 6 palette? I need to see some videos or live swatches. For me, it now looks a bit lackluster. Could be good for someone building their collection to have variety, doesn't seem special to me. I have her last one and I only used it a handful of times, so I'm skipping this one. I already have Cleona and this looks boring. Boring, looks very pretty. Pretty as always, can't invest that much personally, but for multi-chromes it's reasonable. Yes, this is $120, $128 I think. Lightwork 5 was in a similar price range and I remember I paid €150 or something for that. And the last comment, need. So we do not have a lot of comment on this. Honestly, if nobody would have told me that this is the Nessa Myricks, I would have not seen this as a Nessa Myricks release because it looks a bit generic. And I saw on the Morgan Turner Instagram, she was posting about this, that this palette reminds her of something, and it is the Isom palette. They do have an all shimmer palette. Isom is also very expensive, never tried them, but I saw Morgan Turner talking about this a couple times and their latest shimmer palette looks exactly like this. I'm not sure. I still have to make up my mind because I do have a feeling that we will be getting a mothership palette very, very soon, because Pat McGrath posted an inspirational video, because she always does this before launch, and this time there was no Sublime Blooms hashtag underneath. So I assume that we get a holiday mothership 13, 12? No, I think it's 13 or 12. Do we have 12 or 11 motherships? I think it is mothership 13. I'm still hoping for something cool toned. But let's move on to a brand that I think I barely talked about this on this channel. I never used this brand and the brand kind of vanished a couple months ago and now they're back. I'm talking about Hindash. Hindash Cosmetics is coming out with the Gradient Highlighters, a hybrid gel powder highlight formula that mimics pure light on the skin. From a sheer glow to an ultimate shimmer fantasy, this transparent structure features pearlescent pigments in their purest form. If I try this, I will do the shade La Luna, the one in the center. It looks like something more violet-y, shimmery nice. It already launched yesterday on the Hindash website, and I know that Hindash is available through, Cult Beauty, I think, for the Europeans, not sure. But I have a problem with Hindash. Don't know if I'm still restricted, but we had an argument. When the brand brought out the second, the gradient palettes, they had these palettes with 6 or 7 pans, and the colors were all in, like 2 colors were in one pan, and you had a gradient from light to dark, or from one color to a different one. And with the second one, I commented under that post that I'm very, very sad that he felt the need to Photoshop these swatches, because I'm pretty sure that without Photoshop, they will look nice too. And honestly, it was Photoshop. These were digital created swatches copied on an arm. They never ever swatched them in real life like this. No, 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 no. And he was so offended that he argued with me in the comments. Hindash himself. He basically tried to paint me like I'm the dump here. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. But honestly, I know it's hard these days to see what is kind of digitally created, what's an AI creation. It can be very hard, but this was super obvious. And I was a bit pissed by this. Like, how unprofessional can you be? So for me, this is a no. I was never really into that brand. If you try them, just let me know what you think about them. I don't think that I talked about this, but the new Charlotte Tilbury Exagger-Eyes mascara was leaked already in Germany 2 months ago or so. A German online shop accidentally put it online too early, and I know that a lot of German content creators bought this already, but now here we are with the official announcement, the Exagger-Eyes 20-hour volume mascara. I love the promo shots. I am fairly sure that they are a bit Photoshop. Maybe there is a bit of help. I don't think that there are false lashes incorporated, but I think there are a bit, there's work on, there was work done on these photos. But still, I think this can be a good mascara. I still think that, and I bought it. I do not have it yet, but as you see in the video, I probably have it already, and I don't know when exactly I will try this because I do have fresh ones open right now. But I'm excited to try these, and I'm also very excited to tell you that yes, I am affiliated with Charlotte Tilbury now. Like, how could this happen? I don't know. In case you wonder, you can apply for their affiliate program, and I did that like half a year ago or so. Somewhat in 2024. I did apply for that program, and I was not accepted. They denied my application, which is totally fine. They all have their restrictions on what they're looking for. And 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, I got an invitation to their affiliate program. They actively contacted me through my mail address and asked me if I want to be part of that and that I should follow that specific link to create my profile. And my old data was deleted. I already registered there with my business email, and that was now free again. So they basically deleted everything, and now I was able to sign up again. And the code is in the info box down below. I think it's Ella Kinkley FA7, something like that. They have a very weird code to use, but it will save you 15% of your first order. They say first order, but I used my friend's Jenna's code from Jen's Beauty Nest a couple times actually, also with my existing account. But test it. Maybe if you do not care for her program and you do not care doing it with a new email address all the time, you can use the code multiple times. As said, it gives you 15%. I get a commission. It is that time, and Too Faced is bringing out their holiday collection. We have Eurogem limited edition makeup set. I don't know. Okay, this is probably probably that blush palette. Oh, that looks really ugly. We have a Precious Gems limited edition eyeshadow palette, then the lip injection liner and plumping gloss set, and the Jewel Blush Crush highlighter face palette. Okay, it's that palette. Oh, the other one is also a set with a palette, I guess. Honestly, they look insanely ugly. Ugh. So you have one palette, that's the green one, the green packaging, and that purple packaging palette, that also has mascara, if I see that right. They do not look good. I don't know. Too Faced is just so hit or miss. The only Too Faced product I think that I currently have is that melting bronzer, the chocolate melting bronzer thing. And that one is a good bronzer, definitely. But do I have anything else from Too Faced right now? No, not really. I decluttered everything. And last but not least, I want to talk about an advent calendar release. This is the Beauty Bay advent calendar that is now available, but only for UK and Ireland. I am so freaking pissed because of that, because Beauty Bay teased us with this calendar 2 or 3 weeks. We talked about this already, and I said, if this is a mixed brand advent calendar, I will get this. If it's a Beauty Bay brand only advent calendar, I will skip this. And then there were more teasers and videos, and we saw different products in the calendar, and I was like, okay, guess I have 2 calendars this year, Beauty Bay and Cold Beauty. But apparently, it's not available for EU customers or for any international customers. They did not say any word about this in their teaser, and the comments, they're burning. People are so pissed because basically Beauty Bay hyped up the community for several weeks just to then on drop day, which was August 13th, say, well, fuck you, only UK and Ireland will get this. I got a message saying that they assume that this will be available worldwide at a later point, but honestly, why should they? That makes absolutely no sense. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with what's inside the calendar because of shipping restrictions, you know, taxes, tax thing maybe because Beauty Bay is in the UK, they're not in the EU anymore, so I guess there might be a problem with that, but personally, I'm very, very disappointed in that, and I love it for everybody in the UK and Ireland who can get this. I put a link down below so you can buy this if you are in the UK or Ireland. And if you get this, please let us all know how you feel about this calendar. And if you see anyone unboxing it now, please let me know too, because I want to see what's really inside the calendar. If it's okay that I'm mad now, or if I can let go, because I will definitely get the Cold Beauty one. And we made it through the video. Thank you so much for your patience with me to hear me rant here. What do you think about those releases? What do you think about the Hourglass palette? What do you think about the Nessa Myrix? Honestly, a lot of question. Concentrate please on the Nessa Myrix Lightwork 6 because I really need you to make up my mind about this. As said, the longer I look at the picture, the more I want it. And one of the comments that I read to you said they used their Lightwork 5 only a handful of times. Me too. Me too. I think in all 2024 I haven't used the Lightwork 5. Maybe once. I have to look up in my Excel spreadsheet. But it looks so tempting, and I know they are heavy limited, but I also know that Lightwork 5 is still available on a lot of retailers. Because let's be honest, it's expensive, and in this economy, I understand everybody who says, I'm not spending that much money on makeup.